Good morning. It is so nice to see you today. How are you doing? It's another beautiful day. Lots of stuff is happening in the world today. The sun is shining. It's 19 degrees in the city. So how are you doing? How are you feeling today? How is the energy of the earth affecting you today? What are you saying to self today? So guess what? You woke up today and the world greeted you. Did you greet the world back? Did you say, hello world, here I am? Did you say to the world, I am ready to just rock today? What did you give out today? What did you say today? And then, more importantly, what did you say to self today? I hope you did not say to self, I am so tired, I slept badly last night, my this hurt and my that hurt. That was last night. You said, I'm badly last night, but you're up this morning. So what you had to say is that, oh, I am up this morning and I feel fabulous. Because last night is already gone. So do not tell me or tell yourself in the mirror while you're holding on to the vanity, I slept bad last night. No, that was last night. So get in the groove and say to yourself, here you are, you stunning, beautiful creature. You were created in the image and the likeness of the best creator ever. That's what you have to say to self. You know, it doesn't matter whether you can hardly open your eye. You are still wonderful, beautiful, amazing, stunning, handsome, ready to take on the world. Let the world know that. But tell yourself first. So that is what you must do. It's like you are meeting yourself after 8 or 9 hours, whether you slept or not. Whether you laid in that bed all night and your whole life ran in front of you. That is nothing to do with the morning. So you are greeting yourself like your friend. You are meeting at the train station for a nice long weekend. Hello, here you are. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see you. That's how you have to greet yourself. It's always a joy in the morning. And joy comes in the morning to greet yourself. So I am hoping you do not ever forget how magnificent and wonderful you are when you wake up in the morning. Because you have a chance today to push the lever a little bit harder and do what you want to do today. You have a choice to use the lever and to say, I can go into second gear. I can push it to third gear and I can continue going. It's a new day. New opportunities, new possibilities, new joys, new smiles, new laughter, new amazing things. That's what it's all about. So get on the bandwagon of life and stay there because you are going places. That's your pep talk. Now, your morning blessing today is comparison. Comparison is the thief of the present moment. Comparison is the thief of happiness. Comparison is the thief of joy. So, when we are grateful for all the wonderful and amazing things in our life, it is not in the right space to be comparing yourself to the haves or the have-nots. Comparison creates you into a different human being. Comparison creates a thing that is not truly you. When you compare yourself to others that you purport, you think, you believe to be better than you, or you compare yourself to others who you think you're better than, guess what? You're not living your true life. You're not living the life in the moment. No, you're not. I don't care what you say to me about this. You're not. Because while you are busy comparing yourself to this person, you are in their life. You're not living your life. You're standing there and saying, oh, well, this person has, for example, those of us who do social media, This person has 50 more followers than I do. This person only comes once a month. This person is this. Why are you there? Why are you sailing in that water? It's not even good water for you. Look at who you are and stay in your lane. Comparison will keep you back. Comparing yourself to others is not the best way to be in life. In the Desperado, it is said, there will always be greater and lesser people than you. Always. It has been like that for time immemorial. It has been like that way before time. So why are we comparing ourselves with others? That is why when I said to you, be grateful for where you are, what you have, what you're hoping to have, your desires, your dreams, your goals, your family, your possession, your life, your health, your money, your church, your glory, your sunshine, your rain, your snow, your whatever you have. But please, do not say to yourself in the middle of a snowstorm in North America that, oh, people in the West Indies have sunshine, people in India have sunshine. Are you willing to take the hurricanes from the Caribbean and lash it on yourself when it's time for them to have it? Are you going to take the monsoons of India and let it flow through the streets of Toronto or Washington or wherever? Are you? That is what comparison is doing. You are comparing your life with somebody else. Are you prepared to absorb their life? Comparison is not a gift. Comparison is a thief. It sounds like a gift, but comparison is a thief. It steals your joy. It steals your happiness. It steals your persistence. It steals your whole idea of determination. It grabs it and pulls it back. Why are you trying? Look at so-and-so, they're much better than you. This is what comparison tells you. Comparison is continuously putting this person here and you down here. This person here and you up there. And what is that doing? It's keeping you in the back. You're not in the moment. You're saying, well, you know, they have a bigger house. They have a prettier house. They have a driveway. They have a garage. And who cares? Why are you caring about the possessions of others when you're letting your possessions go astray? So you do not have a car, you do not have a garage, you do not have a big house, but you have a house. You can get the bus. You can take the bus to take you where you want to, and the only thing you have to do is pull that little string. I remember once when I had to do financial planning and travel to people's homes and spend 4 or 5 hours there with the bank. You have to have your car, get a car. And then one day somebody said to me, oh, it's so nice for you to have the car to go to these places. I said, no, it's not. And she couldn't understand it. Wow, you don't like driving? I said, yes, I do, but it's not fun. And she said, why? I said, when I got my license, my eldest brother said to me, I'm not concerned about you driving. I'm concerned about all those other people driving that you have to take care of yourself and take care of what they're going to do to you. And then, as I grew a little bit more familiar with this thing, I realized I couldn't think. So I said, you know what? When I am on the bus, I can pray, I can meditate, I can think, I can even muse, I can imagine, I can prepare a life for myself. I'm in the moment. But when I'm driving, I have to watch the world because the world might not be seeing me coming. And on the bus, when I ring that bell, that bus driver must stop. He has to stop to let me off. And I don't have to do anything except I will say, thank you. So this is what I'm talking to you about. Do not compare yourself to those that you think is better than you. Do not say in gratitude, I am so grateful I can see because my friend has cataract and she cannot see. Come on, fool. That's not gratitude. That's comparison. That is comparing yourself to others. Your friend, who you say cannot see, may have a joy in her heart that you would kill to get. So, comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is not a gift. When you compare yourself to others who you purport to be better than you or lesser than you are stealing from your own self. Comparison is keeping you in the back. It's not giving you a moment to stay in the moment. When you compare yourself to those people over there with the bigger house, with the perfect children, the perfect marriage, the perfect daughter, the perfect son, you're not seeing your perfect child. Your perfect child that has brought you a child. You are not seeing your perfect son that is saying, yes, mom, no, mom, with passion, and saying, I love my mom. When you hear men talk about their mothers, you think they were talking about the whole world put together. So why are you comparing yourself to somebody's son who maybe has 10 degrees and your son has none? But when your son sees you, he sees life. He sees the most beautiful lady in the world, my mom. Men are never ashamed to talk about their mothers. They are never. They might not say much to you, but they will say, Mom, how are you doing? They'll slap you on the shoulder, they'll rumple your hair, they'll bother you. That's what sons do. When they don't know what to call you again, they'll shorten your name, and my son goes, hey, Tess, what's up? You know what I mean? So you have that. Why are you looking at somebody else's life? You don't know what's going under their bed. You don't know what's happening in between those four walls. Concentrate on yours. Do not compare yourself to others. Comparison keeps you away from the present moment. It prevents you from seeing the moment in time. Comparison is not a gift, it's a thief. It's a thief of joy and happiness and satisfaction and persistence. Do not compare. Keep trying. Keep pushing the button. Keep raising your bar. Do not look at everybody's business and see what they're doing and try to do the same thing. Come on, where is your imagination? That is what comparison prevents you from doing. You're thinking, okay, I'm going to watch what she's doing. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to watch what he's doing. No, you're not. If you do that, then you are not growing. You are following somebody else's footsteps. Trail. Blaze your own trail. Stay focused on your trail. What it is you really, really want to do. Choose your mark. I come here at 8 because that's what I want to do. I don't want to come at 12. It just doesn't work for me. But 8 o'clock works for me. I figure morning blessing, give it to me in the morning. I wake up at 5 because I have to be there at 8. I like to do other things, but I am not looking to see what this person is doing and saying I should do the same as they do. This is not what it is at all. Comparison is a thief. It's not a gift to compare. It does not bring joy. It steals joy. Because sometimes it makes you feel you're not succeeding where this person is succeeding. Sometimes it makes you feel you're not as good because you think this person is better than you. Sometimes it makes you feel you're not as talented because this person you believe is more talented than you. And sometimes it makes you so disgustingly stupid because there you are thinking you're better than that person. Oh, I have more money than them. I have more this than them. So what? Eat it. You're hungry, eat your money. All the more you have, do something with it. Let me see what you can do with it. Or are you going to hoard it? I don't want to lose my money. I'm going to hold it. I'll only buy a little present for you because come on. Remember the man in the book of scripture that said, look at me. I am rich and I'm wealthy. No, I'm not like that poor little widow standing over there. Really? You think that fool was going anywhere in heaven? No. He had to go back and become the widow. Become her. Where is your humility? Because you have gone and you have accumulate all your wealth, is that making you better? You know it doesn't buy happiness, right? You got that, right? You kind of got it. It doesn't stop you from being sick, right? You figured that out, didn't you? And furthermore, it does not stop you from dying either. So what's the point of comparing your better than my lesser? Or so-and-so lesser? Come on. Whether you're comparing your brain, your physical body, your mental ability, your possessions, your lands and your possessions, comparison is still a thief. Because you're so busy comparing that you're not looking at the wholesome, wonderful life that is ahead of you, that is in the life you're living now. You woke up this morning, you were tired. Yes, you were. We are all when we wake up. But you had the ability to say to yourself this morning, hey, here you are. You stunningly beautiful human being. You handsome dude. The sun shines on you all day, all night. And the moon sets within you. The stars are all around you. You have to decide which one you want. You can have all three. The sun rises in your head and it sets in your foot, and the moon takes over and the stars blaze, and it's all you. So do not compare yourself. You're better or you're worser than this other person. You heard my grammar, better and worser. I am talking like a 3-year-old. So do not compare how much better you are and how worse you are. Just stay in you and say, I am the best. I am good at what I do. I am great at what I do. I'm going to give it my all. I'm not holding anything back. I am letting the world see me as I truly, truly am. I am not going to hold it back. I love life. I love this. I'm going to do me. And I cannot take you on. Live your life. Do not live in somebody else's life. If you live in somebody else's life, you are comparing. Comparison is a thief. It is not a gift. Comparison steals your joy. It steals your happiness. And worst of all, comparison steals your present moment. Comparison stops your moment. You know that? It stops you from seeing you in this present moment. Comparison makes you look out the window constantly yearning for a life that you don't know what's really going in under the bed or within those four walls. Yet you're wishing and whoop, I wish I was like this. I wish I could sing. I wish I could dance. Come on. Just figure out which one you can do. Can you dance? Maybe not. Can you sing? Maybe not. But can you talk? Yes, you can. So you talk. And that's what your gift is. Deliver what you have. Do not yearn for what you don't have. And sit there yearning for something that does not belong to you, especially when you're saying, so-and-so has this and I don't have it. I am a loser. Or you, the one with who is the so-and-so, I have. And they don't have. Just, so-and-so doesn't have as much as me. We have it. What's the point? Because all what we have, if we do not have a balanced mind, and if we do not live within the 5 pillars of prosperity, we are in trouble. So, mental health, emotional, spiritual, physical, and financial health, that's yours. That belongs to each of you, just like those 5 fingers. It doesn't matter that you have 10, 20, as long as you have those 5 and you're living within them, making sure they're constantly healthy. Do not compare your financial prosperity to somebody else. Do not compare your physical health to somebody else. Do not compare your spiritual health to somebody else. Do not compare your mental health to somebody else. Do not compare your emotional health to somebody else. There's always going to be greater and lesser people than you amongst those 5 pillars. Work them. Do not be a holier than thou religious bigot, and go around saying, God is going to punish you people. You're worshiping the wrong God. I know that. I said, you did? Did he come and tell you? So, can I see the list he gave you of all of us that is not good, that he's going to punish? I want your list. No list was given, but God is going to be good for you. I said, why? I said, your God is a mean God. Why? I said, that God died with the Greek myth. We became enlightened and we realized Zeus and Apollo and Hermes. Look at Hermes. He was the messenger. He brought the news. And they said, guess what they said about Hermes? He was gay. They had to figure him out. But he was the messenger. So these gods of thunder and brimstone are gone. The God that came, you guys say, is a good God. And that God is not going to punish you because your friend is a religious bigot and said that I'm your God. You don't come to my church where we pay for 15 hours a day, then you're not going to heaven. Where is heaven? I need a map. Heaven is here, right here, in the moment. That's why comparison steals things from you. Comparing yourself with somebody, you're taking away, you're giving up heaven. You're giving up the moment. You're giving up the joy. Living your life through somebody's life, you're giving up your joy, your wisdom, everything. You're making yourself empty. And you're making yourself bitter and unhappy and unworthy. And you're so flipping tired because you cannot find your way. So this is what comparison does. It stops you from being you. Let it go. Give it a chance to just go and stay within you. Blaze your trail. Know that you're great. You're okay just the way you are. Somebody who has a constant habit of comparing themselves with others is not confident. That person does not have confidence in them. They feel emotionally inadequate. That was perhaps point on them, that this person is better than you as a child. They come from a better side of the country. They come from a place where there is more money. They're on the better side of the tracks. You know, they say, oh, they came from the other side of the tracks, meaning that side is not as nice as this side. So when you have that type of comparison, you have to pull yourself back. When your thoughts is going there, you have to pull it back. And I can say one of the things you do is the first thing that we compare ourselves with is our physical side. So we take an inventory of our physical side. We stand tall and we start from the top of our head and we start writing down everything that we like about ourselves. And if at the end of that complete inventory, you find one thing you like about yourself, that's the one thing you begin to celebrate. And as you begin to celebrate that one thing, the other wonderful things you like about yourself is going to come up. So we start with physical, then we start with emotional, and we start with talents and gifts. What you can do that somebody else cannot do, you do not compare it, but say, you know what? I am really good at this. I'm a very good cook. I love cooking. And you celebrate it by telling others, I love to cook. I am I love writing. I'm a great writer. I'm a great storyteller. I have a lovely thick head of hair. I love my hair. And you say to your hair, I love you. You say to your face, I love that face. You know? I say, I have nice, long, slender fingers. You put it up and you look at it and say, I love it. My nails are always growing. You have to baby that. And once you spend all that time looking at the good things about yourself, you will never spend time looking at somebody else and comparing yourself with them. Because the day will go by, you're so busy saying, I have really nice feet. You do? So say that. Be proud when you go to buy a pair of shoes and all your toes are aligned because that's how they are. You know, and that's how you do it. You have to compare yourself to you. And you have to showcase to yourself what you like about you. You have to know it. The minute you know that, you have a long neck. Say that. I can see my shoulders. I can feel. I can say that to you. The minute you start pumping those things into you, your confidence level will grow and your comparison level will drop. And you will find no need to compare with others because you won't have time. You have the best smile. You have a lovely set of teeth. So talk about that. Show it up. You're determined. I am so determined and so persistent. I am going to succeed. Come on, who can do that? That's what you do. So see you guys and have a fabulous and wonderful day. Take care of yourself.